Hello everyone, today we find ourselves in the beautiful Rogers Lakewood Park located in northwest Indiana. This place is just a wonderful combination of not only lakefront and lakefront views, but also forestry. And this place is inhabited by a large array of different types of birds, some which stick around the whole year, and others which migrate from many thousands of miles away. In the spring and summer, you will see birds such as the red-winged blackbird, the beautiful Baltimore oriole, red-headed woodpecker, Canadian geese, and many, many more. Today, we're going to be searching for a beautiful little songbird that migrates all the way from South America called the Rose-Breasted Grosbeak. This is a bird that I learned about last year. A lot of you are new here. Thank you so much for being here. This is a channel where I just cover things that are really meaningful to me and I'm passionate about in hopes to share that with you. Birds has become a part of my life that's enriched my life and has allowed me to see life in different ways. It kind of spills out into other elements of life and just makes me appreciate things more. So it's done wonders for me. So hopefully in sharing it with you, you guys will be inspired too. So how are the Orioles doing at my house? They're doing great. There are more Orioles this year than ever before. I'm confident that a lot of those Orioles we see now are perhaps babies that have that hatched last year and became aware of how much food I put out for them. I have some twine for the adults to use for nests. I also have a dish of fresh water every day. You guys told me to put that water out there for them and they seem to really enjoy that. And it's funny because it's not only the Orioles that are interested in this grape jelly. As you can see, this little house finch took his wife out for dinner the other night and they enjoyed some grape jelly together. I didn't know finches were interested in grape jelly, but if they eat seeds or if they eat berries, I guess it makes sense. Robins are doing wonderful. The first brood has fledged from the nest of the two parents that I have been feeding, so they've been scurrying around, still gathering up mealworms, taking it to their babies to feed them for the next probably week. I would imagine that the next eggs will be laid soon, and they'll be going through it all over again. We're gonna have fun with that again. But the robins are becoming even more trusting. It's incredible, guys. These birds will actually sit in my hand and pick worms from my hand now. It's incredible to feel the weight of that little bird in your hand. You know, just feel the whole bird. And it's very special. So I'm gonna continue doing that. Robins are eating jelly, the baby robins. The parents, they showed them where the jelly was, so everybody's eating grape jelly. So I'm going through about one jar every 3 days, something insane like that. So with that being said, let's read a little bit about this beautiful Rose-Breasted Grosbeak. I'm going to be reading directly from the Cornell Lab, allaboutbirds.com, which is a wonderful website that has helped me so much in my journey with learning about birds. They also have developed a wonderful app for your smartphone that you can use to song ID birds by hitting record, and then the computer will tell you what that bird is as long as the audio is clear. In addition to that, they have a wonderful library of different pictures of birds you can click on, read about them, and hear the sound that they make. And we're going to be using that app a little bit later today. We'll talk more about that. This bird is about the size of a robin. Rose-breasted grosbeaks are stocky, medium-sized songbirds with a very large triangular bill. They are broad-chested birds with a short neck and a medium-length square tail. They weigh 1.4 to 1.7 ounces. Wingspan is about 11.4 inches to 13 inches. Adult males are black and white birds with a brilliant red chevron extending from the black throat down the middle of the breast. These chunky birds use their stout bills to eat seeds, fruit, and insects. They are also frequent visitors to backyard bird feeders. Rose-breasted grosbeaks breed in eastern forests. You can find them among both deciduous trees and conifers. They are most common in regenerating woodlands and often concentrate along forest edges and in parks, like this one. These birds have a similar migration or a similar range to that of the Baltimore oriole, and they breed up here. You can see them in northern parts of Indiana, most of Illinois, all the way up into western Canada. Massachusetts, Maine, all of those states are also included in their breeding territory. All right, let's go see if we can find one of these beautiful little birds. So one of the things that I've really found interesting about this bird is that it sounds just like a North American robin. Very, very similar to a robin. It's that cheery little song. It's like the same frequency and everything. So we're gonna go over here and I think I may hear one off in the distance. Let's see if we can find it. Try to get some really good close-up shots with the 600mm Sigma lens that I got last year. Just off in the distance, I hear a grosbeak. So I'm gonna call it in with the Merlin app. I'm gonna go through here, sounds, I'm gonna hit play. We're gonna try to call this bird in. I can hear it responding. Okay guys, just right up here, we just had a rose-breasted grosbeak land. Oh, it's right here. Don't go anywhere, buddy. Beautiful bird. There he is. That right there is a rose-breasted grosbeak. Now here's the sound of American robin. They're very similar. Oh, we got one. How about that? So I used to feel bad doing this, calling the birds with the app because, they would show up and be confused because there was another bird. But lately what's been going on is I'll play the sound of the birds and then another male will show up or a female, and then they get along, they'll go off and do whatever they want. So for that reason, I'm not worried about it anymore. But for a while I was like, am I just confusing the birds or what? I don't know. Let's see what happens when we start the sound and chuck the phone over there on the ground. Try to get him to land on this branch here. That's what I'm really trying to do. There's one up here. He's like, what are you doing on the ground? We don't land on the ground. You guys having a tournament? Are you just practicing?
We're just a bunch of old guys playing golf.
Cool. Yeah, I used to play a little bit. I want to get back into it. Yeah, I was never any good, but it's fun.
Yeah, it's just a walk.
Yeah.
It's an excuse. Some of these guys have moved out of the state and now they're back visiting.
Oh yeah.
So we're just
cool. Enjoy.